cool. It wasn't really about you. It was just me getting that bro. So I apologize for laughing.
No, that's not how you played that, though. You was like, yo, where Cool at? And you made me turn the phone to Cool, and then you laughed in his face.
He laughed.
It wasn't about you, Cool. At the moment, I was just hyped, and I was in a space where I was just, all I seen was Rel and Red, and you just happened to be at the game with him. So I apologize. And Rel, fuck you for recording without telling me you was recording. Like I wasn't going to see the little red thing on the side.
That don't bother me. This is good content, so I got there and hit the record button.
So I apologize, Cool. I know you were going through some things. It was very emotional. It was hard to deal with. And I shouldn't have called you in that manner.
Thank you.
That's only for you. Fuck Rel, but
I keep trying to tell everybody, like, oh, your brave is low. I'm like, yo, it's been 24 years. We got 2 chips. This ain't New England. You know what I'm saying?
Look, hey, listen.
Kyle Bowler used to be my quarterback. I don't give a fuck about what y'all talking about.
I would take 20. Listen, I would take 24 years and 2 chips. I ain't got no chips in that joint. But I'm a Laker fan, so you know I get my shit. I want to shout out all them cats out there. They got a good football team and been good for a long time, but don't ever got no basketball team. You really not real fans? Oh, I just like certain players. I hate y'all guys. I hate y'all only like certain players, guys. I hate y'all. Stop it.
Breaking Bad, man.
Oh,
Breaking Bad.
I would never guess that.
Oh, the meth lab. No, you said the meth lab.
That's not the one.
Okay.
Shameless is better. You're saying the one.
No, I don't know about that.
No,
they different though. They different. Yeah. They funny.
Yeah.
Shameless is funny as hell.
Breaking Bad is worth checking out too, though.
Yeah. I got to get back to that. Matter of fact.
Oh, okay.
All right. What's up, y'all? This is Brothers Talking Shit Podcast, episode 77. I am the Flesh Man, also known as the Fat Boy, better known as the man who got no problem calling you broadish, and I'm bringing it back. I'm the FBFG. Holla at me.
And I'm Rel, a.k.a. Iceberg Shorty, a.k.a. the King of Controversial Comments. I said what I said. I'm at where I'm at, fresh off of getting in the lab. I was working all day. Fuck Neef.
Okay, sounds about right.
This your guy, Cool Mike, a.k.a. Dr. Mike, a.k.a. the People's Podiatrist, also known as the Favorite Foot Doctor. They call me Dropship Shorty, Crypto Cool. Saturday Night Mike, I'm coming to you from the Prophetic Podcast, and we are some brothers talking
with your cool ass.
Yeah.
All right, man. Before we get into it, man, 2020, you know, I'm putting all the cards on the table. You know what I'm saying? I got to admit to something that, you know, I never said out loud, but I got to keep it a buck going into 2020. I can't do the electric slide, yo. Like, my electric slide is weak as hell, bro. Like, this serious.
All right, y'all. This was episode 77 where I was talking shit. Like, you about to be excommunicated out this motherfucker. Like you never could do it or you can't do it now.
The turn has always got me. I could catch it.
The turn has always got me.
My turn a little sussy out here. Turn a little sussy out here.
What happened when the turn bought you the wrong direction?
I'm not, bro. I'm not on the floor. I gotta drink somewhere and I'm chilling with the homies. Like I'm nowhere near the floor when they come on. I'll be like, oh, let me go ahead.
Do you just bop off when the shit happen? Like, is that you? Are you that guy? Are you like, electric slide, let me go ahead and dip off?
Yeah, I'm that guy. All day.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
The electric slide is the only one everybody knows. Everybody.
Turn. I got everything else. My dip even got a little something too. You know, I got a little something to my dip and everything.
Dip.
It's just that turn, that kick that foot out. You don't always when your ankle set up. Yeah, you don't always when this move is supposed to go, yo. There it is. I just gotta put that out there, though, man.
Crazy.
You had to get that off real quick. Let's start with this Aaron Hernandez thing, man.
Are we gonna start there? Is that where we at?
We can. Is something else you want to do? Is something else in your mind?
No, I'm just saying we start there, and then you know what I'm saying our brethrens come in. You know we're gonna have to go back.
Yeah, but you're probably not going. Listen, you're probably not going to be on tonight. So Jordan might be not.
You know, Jordan gonna come straight to it. I'm just saying. But yeah, go ahead. Let's do it.
Any topic we got to talk about, Jordan going really, I got some things I want to see for Jordan anyway.
Okay.
So, I don't do this often, but you know, we do a little homework out there. We all, what's up?
No, go ahead. I just want to give you your flowers, right? So here's your flowers, bro.
Okay.
This is by far the best homework assignment you done gave the motherfuckers in goddamn 2 years, right? You know what I'm saying? Your shit normally trash like public school, but you know what I'm saying? You finally got it right.
I got some magnet school shit.
Yeah. You on some straight, you know what I'm saying, Montessori type shit with that one. You did really well. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations, bro. That was hard.
Watch that one.
Yeah, that was hard.
My wife watched that ourselves.
That's hard to do. My household.
Yeah. We prioritized it and shit around here. I thought I got to watch this. You know what I'm saying?
So, what was y'all take from it, man? Watching. Y'all watched all three? Y'all got a chance to watch all three? Yeah, it was something that once you started.
Yeah, when you say all three, do you mean or just the 3-hour documentary that we watched? What are you talking about? All three? I watched one documentary. No, bro. I watched one documentary. It was 3 hours long. I don't give a shit about the breaks they had in the thing. You could have kept that shit going.
Yeah,
no, you just watched it. You know what I'm saying?
You had to run that through.
Yeah. I think it was very well put together. The thing about documentary sometimes is that it is seen from a particular vantage point, right? Like today I heard that old boy wasn't his quarterback. It was another guy. I don't know how true that is. That would suck if that. If you're doing a documentary, that's some shit you gotta. You know what I'm saying? Fact check. You gotta fact check that. So I don't know the truth behind that, and I hadn't had time to dig into it to even find out. But it was very well constructed and showed so many vantage points of dude, right? And dude was literally out here killing motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
didn't they say it was a body? Like, it was they briefly went into, I think it was something that happened like in Miami where somebody got killed, and he was supposed to, not Miami, but in Florida, in Gainesville, where they never found out who did it.
Could have been him. Can't ask him now. It just was so much, yo. And I mean, bro, his mans, he said he shot your mans in the face.
Right.
And left him in Miami.
And left him there. And then he called him the next day like, who this?
About who this? Bullet wound to the dome. Who this?
Right. Shot him in his face, in his eye.
He don't say new phone, who this? He like, attempted murder on you, who this?
Yo, that shit is crazy, bro. And dude was just out here killing. He was dumb as fuck. So I'm gonna blame the CTU on him being dumb as
he's
shit.
Definitely an idiot.
Dumb as fuck. I mean, he was literally the epitome of I can be a multi-millionaire and be stupid as fuck.
It was bullets. It was bullet shells in the car. The rental car he took back to the rental spot.
Wrapped up in some bubblicious. Bro.
Yo. No, the drink that had me was the truck that was in his aunt's house, in his cousin's house for a year. That you could have got painted. You could have did something with that.
Like you wanted to get caught or something, or you wanted to leave trails, or you that out of it that you don't understand. Keeping it is not a good idea, no matter what you're gonna do with it. This is wild.
This motherfucker left a blunt with his saliva on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The bullets in the rental car in his name, with the bubblicious they got him on film buying. Bro, it does not pay to do crimes in 2015 and above, man. But dog, the fucking everywhere. I've been saying this in the whole episode. 77 episodes.
The thoroughest people in the video, in the whole thing, was the woman.
Yeah,
his cousin, who was ride or die.
Yeah.
And his
literally.
And his fiance, who took the box out the crib, was like, I don't know what
was dumpster. Yeah.
What dumpster I left it in.
I don't know.
She like that. I forgot.
Stoic as shit.
Hey.
Right. Okay. Yo, that shit was wild, bro. And I'm just sitting there looking like you're right, the cousin was thorough as shit. Her husband left her for his mom's.
Yo,
I was
shit
like, that shit, wow. He was talking reckless as shit to his mother. Give you $1 million, I ain't giving you shit.
Yo, he said, if I was with you right now, I'd hit you. Who tell their mama that? That's only a white lady.
Somebody
You
who
can't pull that off of no black mama.
He watched that. His father was beating the shit out of his mother. So that's how he grew up, thinking it was acceptable.
They said the dad knocked his mama unconscious on the sink. She had a hit on the sink.
Yeah, I believe that.
Right.
Yeah.
So do y'all believe okay, if we don't believe the guy being a quarterback, do we believe the aspect of things?
Yes.
It's not impossible to believe. I mean, that's not him being gay wouldn't be that'd be like XYZ on the list of shit about this. Him shooting a dude in the face was like, oh shit, I didn't know he shot him in the face. Like that.
Yeah. Everybody's clowning boy eye. Like, his eye, like they got shot in the fucking face by his friend.
When you get on camera, you like, what's wrong with the dude? Then they be like, oh shit, he shot him in the face. You're like, oh shit. Like that's how I felt the whole documentary. But like him being gay was like,
Had y'all heard that before? I never heard about that guy before.
What guy?
The guy that he shot in the face.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know he shot somebody in the face.
I didn't know about that.
Because he testified against him. That wasn't like random quarterback boy.
But that's real. It's funny because I didn't know about it because I might have got burned out with Aaron Hernandez.
Right. All the stuff you were seeing.
Yeah, so I wasn't paying extra attention to the fact that at whatever point in time that the dude started testifying,
it was so much of it.
Yeah, that he shot.
Like the 6ix9ine thing. The 6ix9ine thing was so much. It's like you probably missed a couple things. You be like, oh, I'm tired of 6ix9ine shit.
Well, I just ain't reading news that week. You know what I mean?
The twist was the bag he got in on what he got mad about. Like Main Man said, first of all, why would y'all kill somebody? You killed the boys up in Boston, up in that area, wherever you was from.
Yeah.
Why would it be 2 cops following you now in Miami? And Main Man said, it's probably because of what you did in Boston, such and such and such. That's enough for you to feel like you're about to shoot him in his face now?
Paranoia, yo. And if you, like, that's the thing about that high, man. You've been doing wild shit the whole time, right? And then you just been getting away with it. Right, you're just getting away with it, right? They, the letters that they wrote to the NFL, like, I'm gonna subject myself to drug tests 2 and 3 times a week. When the fuck would you have time to smoke? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit wild. But then, I mean, when you the cash cow or one half of the cash cow, which they were, and you start producing like that and they give you money, then they turn a blind eye to a lot of things. The getting them the apartment, you know what I'm saying, was
right.
glaring. And I mean,
and the fact that nobody ever reported this to the cops. The Patriots didn't know whatever.
Right.
First of all, and one thing that T said to me, she was like, damn, he played like that when he was high. So imagine Main Man sober, like he probably would have been, he was nasty, man. He was a great football player. A hell of a football player.
Well, here's the mystery, man. Weed doesn't do that to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I never get like, that doesn't, what I'm saying, surprise me, what I mean, at all. Right? It probably made him perform better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When they was talking, what they were talking about the Toradol shots.
Right.
What they talking that was
this Toradol and weed, and that was Pounce. He's still in the league.
Yeah.
Right.
The one that played for Pitt, right? Wasn't that?
Yeah, the one he used to play for.
The thing that threw me was the whole time the white guy with the bald head, I didn't know that was the boy from San Fran who played 1 year bald crazy and left the league at this first year.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it early either, but he was
to the end. Yeah. Oh, he was nasty. And gave it up after 1 year. I'm like, because I was trying to like, where does he come in on all
this?
You
talking about the gay dude?
No. It was a bald head guy.
He
played for San Francisco. Probably.
Okay, I know you talking about.
He had 1 year, bald crazy, and retired after his first year.
Right. Mm-hmm. That CTE thing is, I think that's very real, right? When you say somebody is 27 years old and they got the worst case that you ever seen.
You seen the pictures?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. And I don't think I was in San Diego when the whole junior thing happened, but I might have been. But to take your own life and consciously say, hey, let me shoot myself in the heart versus, you know what I'm saying, shooting myself in the head so they can study my brain because I think all these things are going on with me. It's
Right,
pretty
to
wild.
think that, right. The
Yeah.
fact that he thought that, put that into
Yeah.
his thoughts.
Yeah, and then you say, when they say, well, this affected his judgment, can you blame it on CTE? I don't know. Right?
Look at you. Now you're potting, because that's what I had next.
We don't know if any of those things were a contributing factor or not, right? So you can't say either way, right? Either he had a real wild chemical imbalance just because of the things he experienced and saw, and then he may have done something one time and got scared, and then really felt like that was the way out for what he was doing in the future, right? Go ahead, bro.
The one thing that I can't comprehend or grasp is how he went from one way when his and don't get me wrong, a lot happened. His mom dealing with his cousin's husband and all that's a lot. But how are you just a killer after that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a hard time. Like, it feels like there's something missing on that aspect of things where he got to that point where it's just like, yo, I'm just ready to start shooting motherfuckers. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It was the one incident at the bar that they went to when about a nigga, you knock somebody out about a tab. Like, no, when you go to a bar, you know you're gonna get a bill, right? You know you're gonna get a bill. Like, I don't care, right? But I don't care how old you are. I'm pretty sure you're aware of the fact that when you go somewhere and you get something, it's not free unless they tell you so.
I'm saying if you underage, you definitely pay the fucking tab. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You
But the
definitely
fact
don't
that
make no noise.
my man said, wave the tab at you, and you punch him in his mouth over that.
But then you also have to put in the fact of what type of complexes they had. No.
Right.
He lived in Bristol, Connecticut. Connecticut is not that close to Florida. So they paid him to come down there. They recruited him to come down there and say, hey, man, you play on this team. This is the best college program in America. This city is yours. That's a complex you have when you're going out, right? You don't expect to wait in no lines, right? You don't expect to pay for some stuff like that, right? They just think somebody got an asshole. Then you also drunk. So then what? You know what I'm saying? That's not a sober thinking. So if you got CTE and you drunk, you know what I'm saying? That matters.
And very immature.
Yeah.
You seen the test scores? His test scores was crazy. Yeah. Like the immaturity shit, like
was one.
The lowest.
Lowest.
So he scored the lowest in the social maturity section.
Right.
You know, on the test.
Why wasn't the thinking like drafting him here probably isn't a good idea, knowing that's where he's from? You get what I'm saying? Like, I even remember homeboy saying, like, I wish he would have went to San Diego, somewhere where he couldn't get back to.
San Francisco, somewhere.
Right.
It wasn't
he
a 2-hour
couldn't get back
drive.
to. Right, back to
Bristol.
Right.
Well, you know that's what ESPN is, Bristol.
Right. Yeah. So the whole thing is like, to me, do we hold New England any kind of is there any responsibility that we should look at? Like they didn't do something or they didn't go with the apartment thing and how that whole thing played out at the end right there.
They did what was right for New England, right? You draft a player based on their skill set, not where they're from, right? And, you know, so that's not on New England for them drafting him where he was. That's on all other motherfuckers for not drafting him, if that's the case, right? You know what I'm saying? He went in, the 4th round?
Right.
That's a long way from a generational talent. You know what I'm saying? Like him.
The whole twist was he came to them and asked for a trade because he felt like he shot homeboy in the face and main man was still around. That's the truth of it.
Right.
He didn't feel safe. So he asked for a trade out of that area because he felt like it was death threats on his life. He told his agent that, right? He let people around him know he wasn't clear because we all know now it was the other shit. You know what I mean, what he was doing in the spare time. Is that as a team, should they had like, you know what I'm saying?
He didn't go to his coach and his agent and say, yo, I need a trade because I'm killing people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then that's a whole different conversation. You can't just ask for a trade when a motherfucker just gave you $40 million.
Right.
It's a business.
That's not happening.
ROI around this bitch.
Yeah, man. It was sad though. His little daughter and all that. Did it feel like him crying after getting off on that second case? I don't see how he got off on it. It felt like the same kind of case though, right? Was it the lawyer that changed it? Because that first case was they didn't have no weapon for real. They didn't really have a reason for him doing so to Odin, but they had him in the same area. You know what I'm saying? So first I want to ask, does it feel like he knew he wasn't going to see his daughter again after that second case when he got off? Because he didn't have any emotions. And what fucked me up too was at the beginning, one of them episodes where he was on the phone with his homie or his agent, and he said, "You can't get me a deal with Smith and Wesson." Like he had no
He was
kind
joking.
of
Yeah.
right. He ain't had no kind of feeling sorry or
Remorse,
feeling
yeah.
bad, compassion
Yeah.
at all. So, do you think the crying thing was the fact that he knew, or he had? Do you think the plan was that he was trying to set up that money from New England on the suicide tip?
If that was the case, then your decision making was just as bad. You know what I'm
Always
saying?
decision
With
making,
that,
right.
if that was your decision, like your decision was just as bad with that than anything else you was doing, right? Like literally. What did you think was gonna happen? They was like, all right, yo, here's you know what I'm saying, the $40 million that we owe you because you committed suicide, and now you know what I'm saying, you're not wanted for murder. But they still reinstated the charge, so that still
Right.
wouldn't work.
They changed the law in general.
Right, that's fine. They still reinstated that charge based on, you know what I'm saying, a law or whatever, and they went back through it.
How you feel about it, Cool?
I mean, I think especially like they do what they want on them laws, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they and what they say they were gonna fight it tooth and nail anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Right.
I don't. There's no way a dead man was gonna game the system like that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Right.
man.
Right. In New England, fuck out of here.
Yeah,
What do you think was gonna happen?
Yeah.
You see, the most concern he showed the whole time he was in the courtroom was when the owner from the Patriots came in.
Yeah, he kept looking over his
They
shoulder.
say he turned around 6 times.
Right.
That's crazy.
I mean, it was definitely sad. So are we saying, I don't know if we ever said, was the CTE does it justify his actions?
I would say no.
No.
I don't believe so either. Like Junior Seau and stuff like that, and like we don't have people with CTE. There's a lot of people that had that, you know, that came out and had that
right
situation, but
they're not
killing people.
Yeah, sociopathic man. And because the behavior dated back to college, you know, with him breaking the dude's jaw and all that stuff at 17 years old and all that, man. So I don't think you get the CTE pass, you know, so to speak.
Man. I do think it played a factor, but I don't know if
played a factor, yeah. And
definitely.
And like who you hang with and how you loving Harry Potter books. Like I think there was something to his social mix. You know what I mean?
There was something wrong.
Yeah,
something
but I don't
off.
think CTE equal murderer, bang bang out of cars and drive-bys and all that shit.
Nah. Yeah.
My man definitely was tripping.
It's fucking Bristol, Connecticut. Like, golly.
And know what? But that's what happens a lot of time, man. Like, what fucks me up is people who aren't from the hood, aren't from these situations, haven't grown up and had to move around these situations. It's like glorify. Yo, dog, I'm so peaceful where I live at right now. Like I tell people all the time, I don't hear cop sirens. I couldn't tell you what the cop car looks like where I live at. That's something I take pride in. Like people who aren't from, you know, the ghetto, from the hood. You get what I'm saying? Like I love the hood. I love my time there. You get what I'm saying? But in the same token, y'all want to run to it like it's something to glorify or something great, that being on that type of time of seeing those kind of things, and it's not. It's not. He wanted to be somebody he wasn't. You play ball like man said. Like, you know, the sports, the athletes, they took care of the athletes in the hood. You get what I'm saying? In the hood, if you're a good kid and you go to school and you try to make something of yourself, don't nobody knock you for that or bash you for that. They want you to do that. Keep doing what you're doing, youngin. Stay on the right path. Don't be where I'm at. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Only a sucker who don't really know it and haven't lived it wants to go and be a part of that when you got $40 million in a mansion.
Right.
Sitting.
His house ain't like a mansion, though. I'm going to keep it a bean.
Well, you got something nice.
It was all right.
He got something nice. He making smoothies and shit. He making smoothies and shit.
Yo,
What's up, cousin?
He tried to sell, I ain't do it. I was scared for my life. It was them.
And they had the tape. They had the tape with the nigga. Feeding smoothies. You giving your baby to the nigga. He's the dumbest. Yo, talking about criminals. These niggas ain't wearing no gloves. These niggas got Jordan prints everywhere.
It was like Air Jordan 11 retro size 13.
The only thing would have been the only thing he could have did more of was left the goddamn receipt to the goddamn Jordans in the cigar. Cause he did leave the bubble gum.
He left the weed on the right next to Odin body. What is spit on it?
They didn't even bury Odin good or nothing. Like that was the quickest. They can start watching.
Listen,
they need
I
to
got
watch
questions. I'm glad we still talking about why did they kill Odin? And don't tell me what the thing tried to say. Why did they kill Odin?
Never knew. Nobody ever said what the problem was. They went out that night.
It could be one or two things. I think he either had some information.
Yo, your TV, yo. We hit everything.
Come on, cuz. Where you think we at, cuz? You already late.
Barbershop.
Damn, you late with the TV loud. You like everybody else. Look to the left.
Right.
You wanna watch the Lakers in Boston tonight? Go ahead, my bad. Think he the only one watching Lakers in Boston tonight.
Right.
Like everybody else.
Right, we all on.
We all got it on.
Bro, keep looking up. Bro, looking up. I'm looking this way. I don't know where Cool TV at.
I try to put my phone beside the camera. Like
this nigga just got the radio just like fucking muted enough for like, yeah.
Yo, I think it's one or two things. I think he either I think he knew about somehow he knew about the two joints, the murders or whatever, or me personally, I don't think I think that was it. It's either that or he had compromising information in regards to sexuality. But I don't believe that father and son combination, they were weird, and it was something about them that just seemed they were too open to keep pressing that issue about him being gay. Odd to me. So
it felt very agenda-ish.
Yeah, I was just like, why they keep trying to say because he was gay, he was killing people? That don't make sense.
You feel like they said because he was gay, he was killing people?
Yeah, that's what the dude.
I mean,
was
it's
saying.
obvious.
I don't think the story was saying that. I think that was what the dude, not the father, but the dude was like. Yeah. Every time he was like, well, he went down and he started putting those tattoos on him, trying to hide the fact that he was gay. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything?
No, that was the big football playing ball. The big football playing ball.
No, that was the quarterback who said that. I thought.
Yeah, the one who come to find out never even played, never took a snap. But
well, the big boy was saying things like that. That basically that he was,
the beard. The tattoos was the beard.
Right.
The
damn, I was about to say, I lost my thought.
But that was the small dude said something about his tattoos. He was trying to hide.
Oh, he definitely had two sides of him. Like when he was in front of that camera, he said all the right shit. He had a real word. It sounded great.
He's supposed to.
See, here's the thing though. This is what I love this shit right here. We all have two sides to us. You feel me? But mine just ain't like murdering people in my part in my spare time. So.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In between weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like on the bye week, I'm gonna go catch some bodies. What the fuck?
Hey Jordan, when you not talking, mute it.
Niggas say I pulled the helmet off a killer.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't even know it.
I'ma kill you.
You know what though? On a little bit different, but Will Smith was. I've been watching a little run with the Bad Boys 3 run. He was basically saying how, for a long time in his life, he's been doing things that, living up to a okay, I gotta be Will Smith. I gotta do, So we all have that in our careers. Like perfect example. What's crazy was me and my wife was driving, and she was like, "You don't know how not to use slang. And I said, babe, come on, man. When I'm in front of them people, I know how to talk, how I have to talk to, you know, get what I got to get going on or whatever. Now, if I'm comfortable and I'm like, what's crazy was when I went to basketball for Aiden last Wednesday, she was like, I was talking to the coach and I said, at the crib. And she was like, you always talking slang. Because I'm chilling. I'm at this basketball. Basketball, you can talk like that. If I'm in a position where I'm talking to some people, we trying to make some things happen, I'm very aware I can't be the crib and, drawing. I got to calm that down. So we all know we have our professional side inside when we taking care of business, to get where we got to go in our careers. We understand that we can't be that way or, portray those things that we might portray on this podcast, talking to each other in our comfortable, space. But he was saying that. So basically, it seemed to me like, it was one side of Aaron that was like, what's the coach, Myers, his wife was like, he's playing with the kids. He was just so great. He's a part of our family. And then, on the weekends, he was ready to kill a motherfucker. Urban Myers, right. Who's a little shady. Ain't he a little shady? I'm not a big college football guy, but he has some things.
He's not a little, he's very shady. He's not a little shady.
Yeah. I was trying to tell Malika, but like, allude to Urban Meyer, like he burns a path wherever he goes. He's a good coach. When something stay lit, wherever he going at.
That situation with his assistant coach, bro, that was vile, bro. Like that dude was beating the hell out of his wife. And Urban Meyer took him from Florida to Ohio State with him like nothing happened.
It was nothing, right? Listen, as long as you going,
she was coming to him and his wife is like.
I forgot about
that. That was Urban Meyer. Yeah, that's why Urban Meyer ain't coaching right now.
Yeah,
well, he was talking about him getting the NFL.
Hey, that's what I said. You know what they were saying 3 weeks ago? The NFL is calling.
Or he was interested in Dallas.
He was at the last home game. He was there in the press box with Jerry. So they was assuming that he would be the next jump before they hired old boy.
Right.
He gonna do the whole. That's the thing. Like,
he definitely gonna coach again.
Yeah, that's the thing about recently when he was talking about the Rooney Rule. It's like, and everybody was being real critical. Like, yeah, real critical about him. Like, do y'all understand that? We don't put these things in place as a mockery. Like, but they literally make a mockery of it. They brought Marvin Lewis in just to say, "Oh, we brought our nigga in. We really wanted Mike McCarthy." You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the dude named in Minnesota? Zimmer. He just hired his son as like the defensive coordinator, and just like they wonder why.
Well, there's a lot of nepotism going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They wonder why you complain.
Meanwhile, Airbnb don't got no job.
Bro, they say
don't got no head coaching.
But cool. So the criticism was Airbnb don't call plays, right? Doug Peterson was the offensive coordinator under Andy Reid. Didn't look like he called plays. The other dude,
Nagy, right?
Nagy, yeah, Chicago didn't call plays.
Didn't call plays under
Andy Reid.
Oh boy, yeah.
Bieniemy got the same play sheet as Andy Reid. You see it physically. You see him right next to him with the joint. You can't miss him. Brother didn't get a call, bro.
That Rooney Rule is bullshit.
But
it is.
As far as now, listen, I don't want Marvin Lewis or Caldwell coaching my team. I'm sorry.
I don't want McCarthy coaching my team.
Why do you not want Marvin Lewis or Caldwell?
I feel like Marvin Lewis. I don't know. I feel like you're a little old.
Look at you.
I'm giving it a bang.
There you go.
I like Tomlin. I love Tomlin. I love
All right, yo, this is episode 4177 of Brothers Talking Shit podcast.
Like, listen,
don't ever say fucking motherfucking Mike Tomlin, Omar Epps looking ass on this fucking podcast again. We want to acknowledge them motherfuckers over here. We skipped their ass.
Listen, man, I ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, man.
Like, I want to hear why he don't want Marvin Lewis.
No. It's not even him. It's not even just him. What's the name, man? It's a couple other coaches. I feel like the boy that's and it's a basketball, but the boy that's coaching Cleveland, he don't need to be like. I think you need to be young. I think that's the next move. I'm saying there's young black coaches out there. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not going against what y'all saying, but I'm not I don't want Marvin Lewis. I wouldn't want Marvin Lewis or they seem like pushovers. How many Caldwell ain't really? When Caldwell win that?
With the Colts?
When he had Peyton?
No, Andrew Luck and Peyton.
No, I don't know if he had Andrew Luck.
He did.
I don't know. I just say, don't get me wrong. Like I think I would go with young guys. I'm not saying I think black men relate, and I think they should be black. I'm not saying no.
My
go
problem is
black
you're
coaches.
not going with the young guys who's going to have the pulse of the team. That's my issue, right?
Right, hold on, like the bull.
So you going after your tokens. You know what I'm saying? Your Caldwell
like that's crazy.
and your mom. This shit was real tokenish, bruh. That whole shit was real.
I'm not
tokenish.
arguing. I'm not arguing the fact that
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying.
I got one question. I got one question, Lee.
Yeah.
So, what were the Bengals before Marvin Lewis got there?
The Bengals.
Okay, what were the and the Bengals was legit a little bit, but
a little bit.
They how long was they legit, bro?
Like 10 years.
Legit. What do we call them legit? Did they make it to
playoffs?
No, whoa.
They was right there in the middle of the pack.
Wait a minute.
In the toughest division in sports, they were competitive and won that joint twice.
We got to give it some perspective, Jordan. I think you right on this one. With the cheapest owner in the league, apparently.
With no scouts, he don't have no scouts.
He's a pusher. Hold on. What was the thing about Marvin Lewis? What was the issue? He a pushover. And he's a pushover. That was the thing.
No, that wasn't a thing.
They were saying that.
No. When he left Baltimore, that wasn't a thing.
Right.
He was defensive coordinator when we with the greatest defensive.
He was coming out when he was coming out the Bengals. What they were saying about him.
That wasn't the case. I didn't get that. I heard.
I never got
that. He lost.
I think his what's name.
He had Andy Dalton. He had Andy Dalton as his quarterback.
I think his.
Whose fault is that?
The organizations. I think his message just got stale. I think he was easy to deal with from the front office, but I don't think he had a pushover reputation.
Hold on. Somebody got their phone available right now?
Wait a minute. I also think he did the most in our known history in Bengals history, but that doesn't mean he like a great, this great either. So, I mean, it's not like, I think he get a little more credit than maybe what you give him, Neef, but it doesn't necessarily mean I would want him as my head coach either.
And what I feel like older guys, when them guys is damn near 60, you know what I'm saying? I feel like unless you got a mind like an Andy Reid got a fresh mind still. That offense he running, what he doing, is still fresh. The Caldwells, them guys a little older. Even Zimmer. I feel like Zimmer getting to that age where you become unrelatable to these young. The league getting younger and younger. You know what I'm saying? We just had a coach for the Cleveland Cavaliers who called, what do you call them? What do you call his players?
Thugs.
Right, like they out of touch, man. When you 60-some years old, what you telling 20? You don't know what you can't relate to these 24-year-old guys, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong in that?
What happened to that old lady you to work with, Nee?
Oh, yo, she just came through the job the other day told she got something for Christmas. Nigga, I was nervous because I got something for you. Why you ain't bring it? Don't come back. I never see somebody show up to a job that's been fired. Like, I'm not going back, man. I've been to Elkins Park Hospital twice. And, like, they fired me in 2010. I slid through to holler at my homies. I stayed out back. Motherfuckers be coming through the line and shit. Like, nigga, they get fired.
I'm just saying, you brought up Marvin Lewis' age. I just figured I'd shout out.
Listen, don't start that shit up in 2020, cool.
He the same age. He might be younger than Andy Reid. That's his part that hurt. That hurt.
But
bro.
Andy got that offense. Andy running the shit.
It's Bieniemy's offense though.
And first of all, Andy Reid ain't running shit. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick fucking Mahomes. You think Andy Reid taught Tyreek Hill how to be fast?
No, but guess what? He drafted him. He drafted Hardman. He come on now. And let's not short play the credit. What's my man named Chip Kelly came in and fucked that Eagles shit situation up. But when Eagles had LaShawn, Andy built that shit too.
Every time we turn around, you had the fucking Ghost of Homer shit.
Hold on.
You know how you get on me about singing? There you go with this fucking Homer shit. How you gonna bring up the fucking Eagles? So the Eagles.
Hold on. There's the guy at 39 years old who's about to be 40 who can't talk about another team in his division and show him any love.
For what?
Coming from that guy. Listen. You're very listen.
What are the shoe spice of love?
You're a very smart man. He has his master's degree. He's very smart. He can be know what? Take myself out of being a Ravens fan and just be a football fan and say some shit that's
Wow.
just see. So
Wow.
don't say shit about me.
Why do
Don't
I
say
have
shit
to?
about me.
Why do I have to be another fan?
You know what? I'm done talking. You one of them niggas like. And know
Excuse me,
what?
sir. I'm a
want to-
black man. It is MLK Day. I would not be called the N-word today. Please refrain from calling me.
By the time they hear it, it'll be the day after MLK Day. So, nigga. No, let me stop. You're right.
Like, bro.
But since we got Brother Jordan on the pod,
Mm-hmm.
because let's go. Hold on. Let me think real quick.
Hey, I got a video to show y'all about y'all man Delonte West, bro. That joint heartbreaking.
Don't show me nothing about no. Oh yeah. I bet it is. All right. Anybody see Bad Boys for Life?
Yes.
Yeah.
On some random shit? How y'all feel about it?
I like
good.
it. It was really
It was
good.
It was entertaining.
It
man.
was
Like,
entertaining.
I was
shit.
surprised.
It was
I was
serious.
surprised.
It was funny. It had some action in there. They wrote that motherfucker up for Bad Boys 4. I loved it.
But listen, real talk. I told T that night. I said, look, the way they set it up, they can almost do like not too crazy boat, but like a Fast and the Furious. They're going to incorporate the ammo squad and get them bigger roles. I felt like they brought something gave it new life too.
Yeah.
You know, we ain't the podcast to come out here and blow up the spot and talk about what happened in the movie.
Yeah.
Definitely a good movie. Definitely not what I was expecting.
Yo, fuck the motherfucker. This is a long goddamn weekend. The movie came out on Friday. Tomorrow, motherfucking Tuesday, and ain't nobody had to work today. If you ain't seen it by now, shit on you. You
Well,
fucked up in the game.
It was a good movie. It was a good story.
It's even on goddamn Fire Stick right now. You know what I'm saying?
It probably ain't that fucking clear though.
Hey, you're right. That motherfucker was dark, so it ain't gonna be too good.
It was definitely a good movie though. Will Martin did their thing. I like where it's going. They said, like you said, the 4 is they talking about real soon. Ain't gonna be no 10-year, 17-year week. They coming right back with it.
Yeah.
Did anybody listen to that Surprise Eminem album?
No. Next question.
It was
No,
one
seriously.
banger on there.
Next question.
I still ain't listened to
no.
it.
And Royce got 4 songs on there, so y'all know.
It was a banger
Y'all
on there.
know how I feel.
The joint with Royce, Black Thought, and Q-Tip. That joint went hard with that Busta Rhymes sample.
Wait, what? You might got.
I know y'all don't listen to me. I gotta say it. Then bro gotta listen to it, and then
No. So you had me at Q-Tip though. I might have to check that one out.
Yeah, you got a joint with Tip. It's a Busta Rhymes sample on there. I can't think of what it is. Yeah, Tip, Black Thought, and Royce and that's the only song I listened to. That song, and I listened to the drink with Slaughterhouse on it. But other than that, I ain't listening to nothing else.
What distance did he do? What was the distance he did?
They said he called
Lord
Trader
Jamar.
Joe. He said something about Trader Joe, talking about Joe Buttons.
Who said that? M?
You know, so one of them songs, Joe was talking about it on his drink. I listened to it earlier today.
Yeah, I don't listen to Joe shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't get hyped when Eminem come out anymore. I've definitely outgrown Eminem songs, Eminem albums.
Yeah, you
So I'm
like
cool up there.
surprise album. Like, man, get the fuck out of my face. That's the second time he did that in a row. The last one was Surprise.
How y'all feel about that Drake and Future song?
Oh, that shit fire.
That shit go hard.
Slapper.
Yo, and you know that boy did, whoever did that beat did the Drake with Drake and Travis.
Oh, did Sicko Mode?
Yeah, and he did something else. I never made a joint. Hey, Mike, hit your joint, Mike.
Oh, my bad. I'm finished.
He did another major joint. I can't think of what it was, but whoever this boy is, he making some shit though. That joint go hard though.
That's the dude Tay Keith or whatever.
Okay, that might be it.
Is that Tay Keith? That ain't Tay Keith. Was it?
No, he's saying it's the same dude, but Tay Keith did Sicko Mode, I think.
Right? It must be. I heard it. I'm not sure. I don't got factual.
He did the joint without the tag?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know the tag is on Sicko Mode. I ain't hear the tag on.
That beat crazy. Even though Future ain't saying shit. It's like Future ain't saying shit again.
Future and his rhymes,
but it's his cadence though.
He has the best melodic cadence ever.
He makes absolutely no sense though.
Ever, it's the best melodic cadence.
No, I wouldn't say ever. I wouldn't say ever.
Who has a better melodic cadence than Future?
Juvenile.
And that's when I think of Lil
I'm not gonna
Baby.
argue with
you be grinding me up. When you grind me up, I think of Juvie when I hear Lil Baby.
Nah, I think
This is
beginnings of
episode
it.
77
You know,
of the
Lil
Brothers
Baby-
Talking Shit podcast. I appreciate
Yo,
it. Yo, every fucking
gotta
time I
listen.
turn around, you say some wild shit, yo.
no, hold on, world. I'm gonna tell y'all some shit, world. Friday, right? Friday morning, right? I hit my brothers up. I say, yo, this West Side Gun and Wish the 5-9 shit, this shit crazy. Know what my brother say? My brother, right there, was at my wedding and everything. Oh, don't talk about Royce. Tell me when Lil Baby got a song with West Side Gun. Right? So Sunday come. We driving, we gonna go grab the twins, and me and wife gonna grab the twins, game about to come on. Guess what my brother say? Oh, that Royce and West Side Gun shit? Oh, that shit is crazy. Jordan like, oh, for real? Oh, I gotta get on that.
That's how they sound.
It was on Friday. That was
First of all,
it was a
first of
slapper.
all,
No,
first of all,
it was a
it was all
slapper.
text. It was all text.
Yo,
no-
yo said they
no
said like,
voices.
oh, okay.
They played me to the left. I swear to God, they played me to the left. For real, I feel like the stepchild, yo. I feel like the stepchild of the Brothers Talking Shit podcast. Don't nobody listen to me. They said to me, I want the world. They said to me, for our, what you say, Jordan? For our mental state, we don't read your texts. I feel like, yo, like I don't got feelings. In 2020, I want the world to know I got a heart.
You being real messy right now. Hey, that was it.
No, I need the world to know what I go through. For
That's
real.
between the
So
fellas.
when I
yo.
leave,
You weren't supposed to let everybody know.
when
I said
when I drop a diss podcast, when I drop a diss podcast, I'm gonna go 60 minutes. Dissing on everybody but Mike. Nah, I'm playing though. But it's definitely
Yo,
definitely
that joint is a banger, and he tearing Yellow Wolf ass up. I was like, you know, they talked about it on Joe
on the
podcast.
on the joint with him and Westside,
Yeah.
or was it on M
No,
album?
no, that's on Overcomer.
Yo, that shit goes.
He calling motherfucking what's his name out.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah.
Yellow Wolf. Royce called out Yellow Wolf.
Royce,
called
Royce
him
talking about
Culture
Yellow
Vulture.
Wolf, yeah.
And that motherfucker said the best rapper between Cardi and Meg Thee Stallion is Cash Doll. Shout out to Royce. I can't wait till my man album drop.
He said the best. Hold on, say it again.
The best rapper between Cardi and Meg Thee Stallion is Cash Doll.
That might be a fact though.
Yo, he said
I
it
love
so
Cash
smooth
Doll.
in the joint, yo. Fucking Royce, man.
And we gotta sit back here and recognize what Westside Gun be doing, man. And I was a fan, and Jordan might have been like, yo, that Westside, or was it Juice? It was Jordan the Juice that was like, yo, Westside, I think it might have been Juice, like, yo, Westside Gun really be, and he's not the most lyrical guy, he don't say the fanciest shit, but he gotta, it's something about him, like Nori in '98. Lyrical, but it's something about him that you fuck with. And it's certain beats. Westside Gun jump on that shit. Westside Gun was, Westside Gun do what Westside Gun do.
Can I say that I'm sick of the boom, 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 boom? Can I say that?
Boom, 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 boom. That should be right.
I need him to have another ad lib.
I need Megan Thee Stallion having an ad lib, but we can say that for another pod.
Who likes Megan Thee Stallion?
I take Cash Doll all day, but that's just me. Let me ask y'all something. Dead serious. We're gonna get serious for a minute. How do we protect our kids from the craziness of the internet? When we was kids, man, to come across some shit, you really had to go look for some shit. Mm-hmm. Our kids have it in the palm of their hands. Mm-hmm. So, we all got kids that's coming up in this age, and like we're dealing with something that this is new. Like our parents, there's no book to set you up to get through this shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit is all uncharted territory. So how do we deal with our kids and the fact that they have all these things right here available in their hand? Like to sit back here, if I wanted to sit back here and watch a porno, I had to go wait till my pop wasn't home, sneak in his room, watch it, make sure I put it back in it was a lot of steps to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now that shit is just like right there. Your kid can sit back here and hit the wrong button and hit search, and ain't no telling what pop up. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just curious, how do we in 2020 as men, as fathers, go about dealing with this new age of shit, and this technology being as close to our kids?
I think it's impossible to, I think it's impossible in all actuality to try to filter the world from, filter them from the world, filter the world to them in any meaningful, long-standing, appreciable fashion. In other words, you could do all parental blocking in the house. You cut the Wi-Fi off at a certain time of the night. You could do all that. Your child can go right to school and they watching whatever you don't want them to watch right on somebody else's cell phone.
Right.
And it might not be porn, but like it might be somebody getting killed in the street by the police, or some other thing that you don't want them to watch at whatever age that they are. So man, it's definitely tougher because that medium just didn't exist when we were that age. 2, nobody knows what the fuck they doing because we all are living in a time where it didn't exist for nobody. You feel me? Ain't no parental group that had the advantage of knowing what the hell to do. You know what I mean? So all you can do is continue to lay that foundation for them inside your home. You know what I mean? With the time you do have with them, if they're not in the home, that's all you can do, really. You know what I mean? And then prep them for the cruelty of the world. I think sugarcoating it. I think there was a generation that ahead of us that did the sugarcoating thing, that did the if you go to church long and hard enough thing, you know what I mean? Where like then you realize that everybody grow up and people still making and doing adult stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you and then people still, just because you're nice don't mean the world gonna be nice to you. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, man. So I don't think we can fully filter them or block them from the world. I just don't even think it exists. You know what I mean?
So it's more conversation and more on that aspect of things, just an open line of communication with our children, I think, is probably the best move, right?
I mean, again, there are parental parameters. I wouldn't tell nobody not to do any of those things, but some of that may be just a waste of time. And so that's all you have is the foundation, is your actions and how you lead your home, whether that be conversations or whatever else ritualistic you do to try to raise a decent child. I don't think that part changes. You just don't know what's going on.
No doubt.
Yeah, I just don't think that, like, again, you can't hide the world from your kids, especially with it as fast as it goes, man. And we got good kids, right? And as they grow up, man, you just hope and pray they don't get into some knucklehead shit. My son was joking, you know what I'm saying, not using B words or C's or some shit he was doing, and I told him I work way too hard for you to play like that, right? And
right.
You know what I'm saying, you 5'8", 170 pounds now, right? I ain't get that size until I was in the Navy 6 years, right? I said, son, at some point in the very near future, you're gonna not, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, you don't look like you know what I'm saying, your age, and somebody's gonna test you or try you or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, just based on the way you look or your perception, right? But I didn't grow up, well, my oldest son didn't grow up around me, right? So I can only compare my younger kids now to myself, right? And they ain't that. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't a wild boy, but goddamn it, I ain't them, right? He wanted to sit up in his room, play video games, and talk to his friends on FaceTime and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? 14 years old, I was trying to get it.
What you got, Jordan?
I mean, it's kind of the same thing. I mean, it's hard to really even grasp what their perspective is of a lot of the things that were probably funneled a little at a slower pace when we were younger. I was just listening to an interview recently, and it touched on this as well in regards to how sex is presented on the internet as opposed to where it was maybe 30, 40 years ago, and then you start thinking about how accessible it is. If our children are curious about what that experience physically looks like, you can literally just go to Google and say, sex or Pornhub or whatever, and you'll have something that'll be tailored directly to whatever that request is. That's excuse me, as trivial as you might think of like a Google search is on Pornhub, that's pretty profound for a child to experience without having that conversation with their parents prior to establish, how to navigate in that situation. My conversation with the birds and the bees was with my parents, and this was after like sex education or what have you, but it still gave me an opportunity to have that conversation. Now, granted, like Terrell said, 14, 15, the video games, I wasn't really, I was, like Terrell said, trying to get it. And that's how I learned. But like, say, for instance, you 10 now, right, in 2020, or you 12 in 2022, you're 13 in 2023, and those hormones or whatever, then the first thing you do is girl sucking cock on Pornhub, right? And then that turn, you know what I'm saying? You see that and you're like, oh, well, my first experience with a girl, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab her by the back of the neck and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you're thinking like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is how it should be.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? So it's like we have no idea what their perspective is,
but
without having those conversations. Like Cool said, like you gotta talk to them.
Here's another interesting thing, man. What's crazy, and y'all might be experiencing the same thing. All right, so boom, Lee, with all the technology, cause I was you only had magazines at my kid's age. Then it was like VHS tapes. Then I was a young adult with DVDs, right? We talking like history lesson as far as access to sexual imagery and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
They still, at least my kids do. But I think our kids, like Terrell said, are lagging behind us in the social age of it. Like my kids ain't kissed nobody yet. I was already kissing and dry humming, and they ain't. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Like, now how is that? Like we worried about all this shit. That how we was we trying to get it. How I had to run down homecomings and all that. You know what I'm saying? At that age, my daughter.
But see, you know what? They in the house though. That's the difference with them and us. Like. They in the crib.
That's what I'm saying.
I was down Howard homecoming. You know what I'm saying?
And almost our kids' age. Our kids' age.
Definitely at our kids' age.
Yeah.
Like, listen, what I gotta do.
They play with fire less. That's just a theory of mine. They play with less fire.
Right. I gotta tell my daughters, like, yo, listen, on the weekends, give me your phones. Go do something. Cause they'll sit and be all day watching TikToks and shit. Like, yo, give me your phones. Because at the end of the day, it's like they start doing more creative shit now when I take them phones from them. Yo, no, go sit your phone on the table for 2 hours. I might give you an hour. Y'all can be on your phones. I don't even want y'all on your phones. I got a fucking trampoline in the back. Y'all got bikes. Y'all, we live in a neighborhood where you can ride your bike in the street and shit like that. Like, y'all not gonna be sitting on them fucking phones all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's the irony is, you know what I mean, technology.
Because we was outside, like, when we was kids, dog,
but they might be doing less.
Even if you had a PlayStation. Stuff. If you had a PlayStation was cool from like 8 in the morning to like 11. By 12, I'm outside. Then I'm back in the crib by 8. And then I'm back on the PlayStation. These kids will be PlayStation all fucking day and not even go outside.
Bro, I put Carter towel inside his shirt, right? To like make it like a cape. He was like, his mind was blown.
I said, dog,
we big when we was doing that?
We had creative, right.
I said, I
Yeah.
had to show you.
Imagination.
You lit if your towel can still wrap around your mom and neck. You lit for the whole like
Yo,
6
He was
I'ma
hours.
like,
tell you-
Dad. He was like, Dad, how did you know to do this? I said, boy, what? I said, you watch all of YouTube videos and y'all,
It's
they
all
ain't show
we
y'all how to
had.
make. I said, yo, they ain't show
Dog.
y'all how to make the cape out your towel.
Right.
dog, listen. When I
Wait
was
till
a
I get
young
the
boy,
cardboard and aluminum foil, man.
Right.
Right.
yo, we used to
Right,
make
go
WWE.
down.
We used to make, nigga. We couldn't go order a WWF title offline.
No,
Nigga,
you wasn't
made-
buying no
made
belt.
your
You
joint.
made your belt.
Yo,
Yeah.
real shit. When I was
Mad,
a
your mother
young,
mad as shit. You use all her aluminum foil.
Hey, Cool. Hey, true story. Cool was the best belt maker though, hands down.
I used to put shoestrings around and you could really tie the joint up on all that. I cut my mother album covers up though one time. She cussed me out, fussed me out. Album
yo,
covers
we
up.
used to.
I
We
cut the
used
album
to.
to make the belt, so they was the best cardboard. I'm crazy as hell for that one.
That's an ass whooping.
Yeah, that's an ass
That's
whooping.
an ass whooping. Yo, we used to when the water plug used to run, and you wasn't big enough to be in the water plug like that. The water plug would run down the street, like you know what I mean. So you would get like something like
The leftover.
a popsicle stick or something, and somebody else had something else, and you're racing, y'all
You're
just
racing.
and you running down the street watching who shit is beating whoever other shit.
That's a fact. We used
That
to,
was real.
we used to, man, we used to play in the rain. If it rained outside, you put the joint on, you just go.
Oh, the
outside
rain don't
in
stop
rain.
nothing.
The rain was a whole play. It was a whole house.
I got the joint. I got it set up. My Wi-Fi cut off at 8:00, 8 o'clock during the week.
Listen,
For only
My wife
for
got-
their devices though. Only for their devices.
my wife got the whole shit set up with the phone, with lyric phone, certain shit. You gotta ask permission to do certain shit. You gotta ask for extended times on shit.
Oh
Got
yeah,
that
that's
shit
on
all the
Jordan
way
phone.
locked up.
You can do that on the iPhone. I don't know if you could. I know you can do
Yeah,
that on
iPhone.
the
Right,
too.
right,
Me,
right.
me and Terrell come from a play where we used to fill up the bathtub in the summertime.
Mhm.
You put on swimming trunks and dive from the toilet into the thing like we was at.
Y'all,
6.
listen, y'all was getting y'all ass. Y'all had to get y'all ass
Hey,
whooped
yo.
all the time. You just
Yo,
got water.
what?
No, yo, they wasn't home. What are you
What?
talking about?
That's a whole. That's a
Nah,
whole.
That's a
bro.
guaranteed
Nah.
ass whooping.
Nah, he lying. Nah, they was not. When our Patty would come home, no. Oh my
Stick,
God.
stick. Kids, don't try this at home. Sticking shit in the thing that
And
electrocute yourself on purpose.
That was me. That was me.
How about that?
I got the worst
that
beat never sticking that fork in there.
How about
That
that?
explains a lot. That explains a lot, Jordan.
Yeah. I got the worst beat never.
That's dumb as hell, yo.
Bruh, your mom was like, what the? That was the first time I heard her curse. I was like 5. I was like, yo, she cursed? What's that? What that mean?
All right, yo. Let me ask y'all this, man. Let's talk about this. We're gonna get to your man though. Jordan, we're gonna get to your man because we gotta talk about your man. You already know. But I got a couple of things I want to get to before we do that. This Tony Romo, man. This Tony Romo situation, man. For those who don't, you don't want to talk about it. For those who don't know, Tony Romo about to be a free agent. What's interesting to me is ESPN is talking about offering Tony Romo $10 to $14 million to just do Monday Night Football. But they pay Stephen A. Smith $8 million a year, and this nigga on TV, on ESPN TV, all motherfucking day.
That's on him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's on. He got the leverage. That's a phone call. If it's not a phone call from him personally, it's a phone call.
They
from
done
the
lost.
agent.
ESPN done lost so many people, boy. Like they been over there. It's like him
Yeah,
and
they
Jenna
just-
Rose. Like,
They just lost. Carrie Champion just stepped down.
but they losing a lot of women too. A lot of women.
Carrie
Who
left?
was the
Yeah, she stepped
Yeah,
down
who was
like
the other lady?
abruptly.
Who
She
was the
stepped
other
down like
lady?
last week.
Who was the other lady who was on used to host the
Jamel Hill.
NBA?
Jamel Hill. Oh no,
No, the
she's
white
talking
lady,
about Michelle
white
Beadle.
lady.
Michelle Beadle.
Michelle Beadle. She
I did
gone.
not like Beetle.
No, I ain't
Yeah,
like Beadle.
every time we talk about her, you get baseball up.
I don't like
I
Beetle
like
at all.
That's well documented on this podcast.
He was just. I didn't understand why they had her doing NBA games when she was
got worse.
a fan of just one team. Like she was always,
It got worse when she was
especially
like
when
the
she was
Spurs.
talking down. Yeah, but when she started talking down on Kawhi, I'm like, that's weird. Like you shouldn't even be on TV.
I didn't like her.
Well, Chip Ellis do that all the time.
I mean, I don't
But
even watch
not
his
in
show.
the pregame and all that. She wasn't no good in that and whatever. The only thing that she was
I
palpable.
like the redhead John anyway. The redhead John better than
Oh,
me.
Rachel Nichols.
Rachel Nichols
is the G.
Yeah.
She a G.
That's an
She a
excellent
G.
contrast. Rachel
Yeah.
Nichols know what
She
she's
a G.
doing.
Yeah.
She seems like she know how to carry it. You know what I mean?
Her and
Right.
what's the other lady name? Susie Colbert. What's the sister? I can't think of the sister name. The
She know
brown
what she's
sister.
doing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But like the only thing I could tolerate old girl in was when they used to have the Marcellus Wiley, when it used to be Marcellus Wiley,
Yeah,
Michelle
in the
Beadle.
morning.
It was Marcellus Wiley and
the
what's
white
his
ball.
name?
And Max.
Max
Yeah,
Kellerman.
Max.
Yeah, Max
Yeah.
banged out on him with Skip.
Then Marcellus went to
Marcellus was hot, bro.
went to Fox. Listen, since he been at Fox, I ain't fucking with him when he fucking with me, man.
Yeah, he changed up.
Yeah, he switched
It ain't
up.
him.
He switched
I
up.
would never
It's
want to be
Jason
with him.
Whitlock. I don't fuck
Yeah, I
with
would
Whitlock.
never want to be with Whitlock. I would never want to be. I can't even watch that show. I used to be able to watch it when he had. Who was on there with him before? Was it my man who come on at 12? What's my man name who come on at 12? I love him. I can't think of his name.
Colin Cowherd?
Colin, right. I mean, Colin was all right. I could deal with it then. But,
You like Colin Cowherd?
Yeah.
I love Colin.
I
love
like Colin Cowherd just because he like.
He be giving what's his name the
other kind of
business
shit.
though. What's the main man from Cleveland? The quarterback from Cleveland.
Baker Mayfield.
Oh, he
Yeah.
go in on Baker.
I really don't
all the
even
time.
I only listen to two sports radio shows, and I listen to Bomani and Dan Levitar. I love
Bomani too. Bomani my guy.
Yeah, I listen to Bomani and the Levitar show. I hate Cowherd.
All right, let's talk about Prince Harry and Meghan leaving the royal family. And what sticks out to me with that situation is the fact that when I heard Prince Harry talk about his mom and him basically saying that, I seen my mom go through this and I'm not trying to go through that myself. I mean, we never seen nothing like this. Like, to me, don't get me wrong, the royal family don't really mean shit to me. But the fact that they stepping down, it's kind of major though, right?
It's actually very major. Imperialism, man. Like that's old money. Like they way older than we can even understand.
Yo, ain't his dad still waiting to get in the chair? Like this?
Yeah, they gotta wait for old girl. It's like
she not giving it up.
Nah, she not dead yet. It might not even be her. It could be an impersonator at this point.
Right, yeah, body double on that.
Why we still got kings and queens that they care about?
Because we owe them money. Like all those royalties in Belgium and England and all that, they still play under that because we owe them. They got
Why
money.
do we care about kings and queens, yo?
I never cared.
It's money. Same thing. It's the same thing. It's all.
They don't. How much?
I think
power
it's
do they got
like-
over there. How
Kings
much
and
power do they
queens,
got
yo?
over there? Really?
It's
They don't run
linear.
shit though.
So it's linear to the presidency.
That shit is
Honestly.
bullshit and made up, man. Kings
All
and
of it
queens.
is.
No, Parliament run that shit, and with the Prime Minister.
Yeah, that's what I
They
said.
make no
It's,
motherfucking decisions.
yeah, it's just like the president. He only have as much
You
power.
might well get out this topic.
Damn, is it
before
like the
we get in
president?
trouble.
I don't even think. Are they that powerful as the president?
No.
The king win? No.
Oh, all right.
Bro, they got kings and queens, and they make people care about it. You like, what are you talking about? They don't even run. You know what I'm saying? They the big thing they got to pay them back. And what are they even financing people's? I'd be mad if I lived in the country and we had to finance people because they said they were the king and queen.
Mm-hmm.
And they running around just being socialites or whatever. I mean, no disrespect to
Yeah.
their way of life.
He worried about his wife because he know they will kill her.
No, I ain't even talking about them. I'm like they should be worried because there's precedent for the outsider wife to be killed in that system. That's what make it extra fucked up. Why do we even as Americans care? Why is it part of our social lexicon that black women give a shit that the mixed girl is part of the why do they care? See, made me go off. I ain't even made it.
No, that shit crazy.
I ain't even talking about us because I know
Y'all
you
got
don't
cool.
that neat, but like
Y'all got cool revved up.
they because
I love rap. I love any of y'all wrapped up. Pause.
They care about the
I
wrong
love y'all in
shit.
your bed.
They shouldn't even be nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to them people. They not even in our it's not even our country. Why do we care?
Bro. Hey, look, on the
Why
side
do we
note,
wear
right?
Marilyn Monroe shirts?
On the side note, right? Yo,
Finish.
Jordan fucking text like fucking Saturday morning. This nigga, I had to cut my shit. I put my shit on silent mode. I look back at my phone. This shit said 49 fucking messages. Jordan, if you don't stop at 7 o'clock in the fucking morning on Saturday, I swear to God, I'm gonna call your wife like, yo, you take this nigga phone.
I'm up early. I'm up early.
This nigga is the king of the fucking sing you some fucking some what's the name of that shit? Some Twitter video to watch.
I'm up early.
Fucking morning, dog. My bad. I had to get that out. That shit been I've been meaning to say something. I'm like, yo, Jordan me on. I'm like, babe, it's Jordan.
I'm up
Like,
early.
oh, your phone popping. I'm like, it's Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan, look.
Tell her it's me.
It's fucking
Tell us me. That's funny.
Give me my own ringtone. That way it'll go through. You know, it's you know. What I mean?
True.
No, just lay right beside her like you are.
I'll be like, look,
That's
I
really
can
all
give it
that
a phone.
matters.
There you go, look. Oh, let's talk
Yes.
about
Don't make them feel comfortable because Jordan texted you. Gotta figure it out. You there? Y'all had to go get this. She get all your time.
see that's that I've been married 15
Yeah.
years shit.
Hey,
Yo,
that's
there you
yo,
go.
that boy, hey,
There you
yo,
go,
he
nigga.
will- hey, when he break it down, that should be like, okay. You be like, all right, you know what?
Yeah.
Add
Pumping
something
me
in
up.
this motherfucker.
No. Then my head be all lumpy like what shit.
Cool, cool.
You can't lose your swag. They're gonna stop liking you, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
bro,
cool.
I got a
Cool.
fucking knot on my head.
You got not, yeah.
Cool, how you like
listen,
this?
right.
Be like, yo, what you? Yeah, yo.
Take
You
the
know
knot,
what
but you
said?
doing something.
You
You not
tell
gonna
her.
change no ringtone.
He gonna have
I'm
us
not
like
doing
this.
that. I wasn't listening to him.
No,
I wasn't listening to
honestly,
him. She can grab
I
that
was
motherfucker
playing.
all she want. Listen,
I was
grab
Right,
that
that's what I'm
motherfucker.
saying.
that would have been a
Bro,
dumbass
you're
move.
about 5 years away from her not even kid that your phone rings.
Right, and so you,
Nigga, that's a hold on,
if you
my
can turn
brother.
them 5 years into
That's
2
a
years,
long 5 years, brother.
if you can turn them 5 years into 2 years, you start now. She not
Right.
gonna
No,
leave.
listen.
That's what it is.
We be
Right.
chilling because she done calmed down. We got married. I don't get the
Right,
phone.
you
I don't
had-
listen.
you
I don't
done-
get I don't get to walk out the bathroom, catch up with my phone in the hand. Shit no more.
Listen, brother.
Look,
Listen.
like this, like.
Listen. It don't never.
Going.
It don't never really stop. My wife had a dream today. I had a dream you was cheating on me with something. But I don't even know what she's talking about after that. Meanwhile, the reality was I was downstairs cooking her ass something to eat so she can go to work, like dinner and all that stuff. Like, do meal prep. Like, so like it don't even matter. I'm just saying that you men, this is strictly for the brothers. This is we have to protect our peace.
Bro.
You feel me? And just this is an example. Like if you this is for if you ain't out here for real. Like I ain't saying be disrespectful, but like your phone rings, Jordan, all that. Don't even play into them games if they react off of that. Not that she would, I know nobody, but like I'm talking to the brothers that might be listening.
Right.
It ain't worth doing all that toe tapping and and making them feel comfortable about something that is, if it's like, especially if it's just a homeboy or something, because none of that stuff matter, man. We talk when relationships boil down to it, it's just relationship threatening things, and then it's everything else. If you ain't gonna leave because somebody texted 7 in the morning, what the fuck is we arguing about? And ultimately, it's nothing.
Like I really feel like we ain't going nowhere. So it's like I gotta be myself. I can't sit back here and try to be something else and try to like listen. We in this shit for the long haul. Yeah, I gotta understand that some things you're gonna question, some things you're gonna be in your feelings about, and that's just how it is. And we'll move along. And
100%.
I'm not gonna lose my mind
because everybody has their own thing. Like you can't make that's what Will Smith said, right? Like he couldn't make Jada happy. You got right. Let's do this, Jada. You tell me what make you happy, then come back and tell me. Cause what the fuck you gonna go with the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? You know what I'm saying? So you can't.
Yeah, you gonna lose your mind trying to do that shit.
You lose your mind. Now, if you lead from a I'm not, you know what I mean, position, the sooner she gonna stay sane. You know what I mean? And the sooner y'all gonna get to the end of y'all kicking it like homeboys, but y'all husband and wife type shit. Like that's a beautiful, that's a beautiful thing. So yeah, I ain't mean to go on a rant about it, but y'all know how I feel.
Nah, you good. We always need that. We always need that. Cool. They should never let him go to the gym. That's what we're talking about. Let me ask y'all something. Name me an R&B artist that they don't talk about necessarily, that don't get their proper respect. R&B artists that they don't necessarily bring up when they talk about the greats, but he one of them guys who had them bangers.
Like
He one of
old
them
school
guys.
or like in our
No matter,
generation?
wherever you want to do, wherever you want to go. I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead.
Gerald Levert. Gerald Levert was one of them guys, man.
That's solid.
Oh, Casanova.
Solid.
Me and Romeo ain't never been friends. That nigga had some
Solid.
drinks, boy.
That's solid.
That's one of them guys.
I'm rolling. With Gerald Levert.
What y'all got? What y'all give me something?
I feel like Maxwell is underrated.
Maxwell popped into my mind too.
Yeah, I think he for the body of work that he has, I think he underrated.
He just don't come out as many years. How many? Do Maxwell got like 3 albums? Do he?
Shit.
It's like 5.
Oh, do we? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I seen Maxwell live at the Staples Center, and Maxwell told me, "I'm warming your girl up for you tonight. If you don't get no pussy tonight, you's a dummy."
Hey yo,
Roger that, Maxwell. Him and Jilly from Philly when she first lost all that
What
weight.
they call her?
Slim
They call her
thickness.
Slim
Thickness.
Slim thickness.
Yeah, Jilly from
it had to
Philly.
be the same time frame. Brother, I was talking about Homecoming. It was this tall nigga with a frizzy fro with some patent leather pants and a chain link see-through shirt walking on Howard Homecoming campus. And niggas like, who the fuck is this weirdo? It was Maxwell. So and it was before
Here to take all y'all girls.
Here to take all your girls. Little did you know, right? You just thought he was who is this nigga? You heard a nigga sing. Then you'd be like, oh, all right, I get it. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, all right, Maxwell, you ain't had to. This woman, well, you ain't had to do all that shit, Maxwell.
Right. He had them joints.
Yeah,
Bro, you got somebody?
Yeah. What? Underrated R&B? No. Underrated R&B.
Right.
Let's see.
I got one. Call Me a Homer. Music Soul Child, dog. Music Soul Child had them joints, dude.
I wouldn't say music is underrated.
Nah, he's not underrated. He adequately rated.
Neo too. I don't think niggas don't throw Neo name out there.
No, nobody talks about Neo because Neo went pop.
And he not that great of a singer.
Time the fuck out. What?
Hold on. Whoa.
What?
World. We've never seen this. Jordan and Real not on the same side. Hold on.
He's not that great of a singer.
What?
Hold on.
He's a great songwriter.
Let me tell you something.
Listen, yo, he got one tone, bro. See? There it is.
Michael Joe Jackson. And the next best singer to Michael Joe Jackson is Christopher Brown. And right after Chris Brown is Nice Look Neo.
Whoa.
Yo,
Yeah.
Yo, you skipped over like.
No, I didn't. I didn't skip over anybody.
You might gotta throw Trigger in there a little bit.
Why would I do that? Yeah.
Hey, Neef, mute and turn this video off. 2 minutes.
I don't have
I'm
no
the engineer. What are you talking about?
We gotta start handing out penalties, yo. Like 2 minute
I don't
penalties.
think Neo, you can't.
Bro, when I first heard She's Got Her Own, before I saw the video and knew it was Neo, I thought it was Michael Jackson.
No.
When
There's no way.
Michael Jackson died and they redid the whole BET Awards.
Nigga, hold up, nigga.
You was on that
You
summer.
said, hold on,
long.
whoa. You hold on. You said voices. Nigga, hold on. Luther?
What are you talking about? I'm talking about compared to Michael Jackson. You think Luther sound like Michael Jackson?
No, you said voices.
I said Michael Jackson. I said Michael Jackson.
You talking about a voice like Mike?
No, there's only one person can play Luther. His name Jaheim.
Miguel can sing better than Neo, bro.
When Luther died, I only wanted to hear from Jaheim. When Michael Jackson died, I only wanted to hear from Neo.
All right.
Miguel can sing better than Neo, bro. Miguel can sing better than Neo.
I ain't mad at that.
I agree.
But he's saying it sounded like Mike. Okay, that's what you're saying.
That's
what he was saying. He's not
All
saying
right.
the best singing voices.
I'm not saying
Okay.
I'm not saying Kobe Bryant is Michael Jordan, but
But he the next best
he the
thing.
next best thing.
Yeah, he up there. He up
If
there.
I ain't better
Alright.
than Big, I'm the closest one.
All right.
Right. Okay.
I'm
All
just
right.
saying.
He was
you
wild.
know.
Hey, he was wilding, and then he came back down. But he was wilding. He was wilding.
Yeah.
He was
But
wilding.
when we talk, now that we're speaking of guys wilding, Odell Beckham Jr. And I ain't said this in a while. This
Y'all
nigga
hard on
right
money,
here,
man.
that nigga is broadish, all capital letters, 15 exclamation marks.
Y'all
And I'm gonna
hard
tell
on
you
money,
why.
man.
What bothers me about Odell Beckham Jr. it wasn't the fact that he wanted to give those guys a gift. That didn't bother me. What bothered me was the fact that in front of a lot of cameras, he took the attention away from their championship that these young guys won. Okay, for those who don't know what's going on, Odell Beckham Jr. played at LSU. LSU won a national championship. Odell Beckham Jr., being the guy who played for them, came on the field to celebrate with them guys. Nothing wrong with that. But when you take money out your pocket and put money in their hands in front of a bunch of cameras, which is what happened is the truth of it. After he did that, what happened? Cameras came and they start asking Odell Beckham Jr. questions instead of asking and talking to those receivers that he took money and put money in their hands. That was my issue. My issue ain't the fact that he wants to celebrate with those guys. That's cool. My issue ain't even the fact that he want to give those guys money for what they did. That's cool too. But there's a time and place for everything. And that wasn't the time or place to do that. You took the attention off of what these guys worked hard for. You worked hard in Cleveland, and y'all went 9-7 or 7-9 or 8-8, and that was all cool. But when you take and you come on that field and you give them money and you make it about you, because it became about you because the cameras right after that, they walked up to you with microphones and interviewed Odell Beckham Jr. That's my issue. My issue with slapping a man on his ass is I just don't slap men on the ass, especially men in uniform. That's just, y'all from West Baltimore, I'm from North Philly. That's just not something you do.
This guy
I
trying
don't
to be
care.
funny.
No. The nigga
Yeah,
that
he
worked
trying
at
to
the
be
Dollar,
funny.
no, the
He
nigga
trying
that
to
worked
be
at the
funny.
Dollar General, I don't smack him on his ass. Point blank,
Right.
period. A nigga in a uniform, I just don't do that. So for me, and the Karl Malone shit, obvious to me, he was under the influence, and he went a little too far, and he was having a little bit too much fun, like Rick James said. I was just having too much fun, and that was the outcome of it. But everything he did to me just really was selfish, and it wasn't about LSU or those young players. It's about himself. That's just how I feel about it.
I mean, it's definitely something to be said with that. So I'm not going to necessarily disagree with you, but I will say this. You know, I think most people are hard on the brother more than I think is necessary. And I understand what's wrong and everything that he did. I'm not condoning any of that, right? But Jarvis Landry was there too. Jarvis Landry was wilding out. Zeke was fried out of his mind. They always having a good time. He is the polarizing, more popular individual. He's more popular than any of those players on that team. Standing. Right. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of what he does, his presence there, the cameras are going to follow Odell. You know what I mean? He could have went low-key, incognito. Yes, he could have did that. Put the hoodie on, put the sunglasses on, kick back. You know what I mean? But that's not his personality. Now,
Jordan.
Yeah.
We not just talking about his personality.
What you talking about?
We talking about the nigga.
He's saying that him getting in front of the camera. I'm gonna talk about him slapping the cop. Like that was crazy.
Two things we talking about. We talking about the nigga peeling off the money and giving the okie doke handshake, and then the smack on the ass and the get the gat in the nigga face. Like we talking about all that, right? Because when Zeke touched the girl titty in public, we was talking about that.
Yeah.
If you just high, if you just high and you looking at the camera, we not talking about that. If Odell was just high, he was looking at the camera, we wouldn't be talking about that.
Right.
But we were talking about the arrest warrant for smacking a dude on his ass. So it's a bit different than just him naturally having attention because he the most high profile.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is, I was like visiting his point about the cameras and all. I think the cameras gonna follow him there regardless. what he did was wild.
If you know that, he know that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, but I'm saying most of that looked like somebody just had too much to drink. Now, the slapping of the cops' ass is ridiculous. But like I said, I watched the video and you can see the dudes rolling up the weed. The linemen, well, I don't say weed, allegedly looked like they was rolling up. And the cop was basically on their case, whatever. Odell saw that, tried to get his attention off of them onto him, and it turned into a whole different thing. Like,
But
all of that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Them having weed in the locker room is just as wrong as him slap. Because you can see him. You saw him rolling. You saw what the move was.
you're right. The thing is, if you know that that's what comes with, you understand that. Odell's been in the league 5-6 years, so
He
you
not
understand
young.
that,
Yeah.
right? So when you understand that when you're in certain environments, what comes with it. You get what I'm saying?
Zeke looked like he learned his lesson. Zeke, when the camera went to Zeke,
What's crazy was I didn't see any videos of Zeke. I haven't seen any videos of Jarvis Landry. My issue was let them. It's no matter if you went to school or not.
It was video. The one video I saw, like I think it was the whole video. That whole incident, him slapping the cop, was they panned to Zeke, right? And they like looking ball Zeke like this. Zeke like, you know what I mean? Like he showed him his tattoos or something, told him like about him getting this national championship. And Zeke basically like, get the cameras out of my face. You can see he was fried. You know what I mean? Zeke was trying to play low key. The one joint I saw.
That's how you supposed to be when you're a fucking NFL superstar, especially if you're the most popular one. Yeah. I could see him dancing.
And Zeke don't need no more, but Zeke don't need no more nothing on him. Like,
do Odell really? Because at the end of the day,
he's never done anything. Though.
No, listen, I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about, his reputation is of a guy who likes to have a lot of fun, but his teams don't win.
Right.
So to me, it seemed like you need to be working out and getting things together so you don't get hurt this year.
You can't say that then, Julie. You can't say that then Wes Welker at the Preakness with cocaine on his nose.
We're not going to do that.
Giving away $100 bills.
That's like the whole thing with the R. Kelly shit. And niggas be like, well, what about Epstein? No,
I ain't talking about racist. I'm talking about in regards to, you can't say that his team's not winning and him having fun is like that don't matter.
It's a perception. A big
hold on,
Wes Welker.
Know what the grind up is?
Wes Welker ain't never been confused as the biggest personality in the locker room or some diva spirit in the locker room. He just hasn't. Like
one instant.
Yeah, but
one situation.
You ever hear about white receivers being called divas? Adam Thielen cried. Y'all ever hear about white receivers being called divas? Adam Thielen cried. I never heard it. Adam Thielen cried all season for the ball, right? Stephon Diggs said something one time, he a diva.
Yeah. The difference with
making our point.
The difference with them is they win. Like you said in the group chat, Gronk. What do Gronk do? Gronk been hurt. Gronk party, have a good time. But guess what? They win. The problem with Odell is his team not winning. And it might not be his fault. I'm not saying he's the reason why they not winning.
Right.
I'm not saying he's a bad guy or a bad person. But the fact of the matter is, all they see is they see you a week before
become reality. Yeah.
Hold on, a week before the division game in New York, you was in Miami on a yacht, and the playoff game coming and y'all lose.
You kicked the net, right? Dumb stuff, not off the court stuff.
I'm not saying he a bad guy. He not Aaron Hernandez for damn sure.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
On the same token,
we don't know if he's Aaron Hernandez yet.
Aaron Hernandez was a good teammate, right?
No, he wasn't.
We're not about to do that. We're not about
to do
that. That's not what they said.
What you mean? They said he was in the weight room. Good.
Go ahead, Lee.
Robert Kraft said he was a model citizen in the locker room. That's what Robert Kraft said.
Robert Kraft said he wasn't paying them chicks at that spot he was at neither.
Robert Kraft said, "Get the gat, get the gat, get the gat."
That nigga was Tuesday. I bet you Robert Kraft could electric slide. I'll tell you that.
NFL general managers. The black dude on the left is Eric Bieniemy. He has been the offensive coordinator for the NFL's most prolific offense for the last 2 years. Feel free to hire him.
Right.
I just had to throw that out.
Yo, listen, real talk. I ain't gonna hold you. Our offensive coordinator, I don't see how he got that Cleveland job.
See?
I don't see how we got that job.
You wanna know why?
Listen, his play calling to me was some bullshit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is he doing?
Yes, it was.
How he got that job? I was like, yo, when he got that, it's up to him. And we ain't won nothing. I can understand the San Francisco defensive coordinator board getting it. Because that defensive ball.
A prime example, like just to go back to your earlier point about Marvin Lewis, right? His first year not being with the Bengals, they won 1 game or 2. He never went 2-14, bro.
I'm not talking about the early years. I'm talking about just his effect. I don't feel like he's effective to young players, is what I meant.
I don't know what that means.
That's how I felt about it. What you mean? Okay, don't we got an uncle or two that at the cookout, like you be like, this nigga don't shut up.
Nick,
you know what I mean?
Nick Saban coach 18-year-old kids. Like that, I don't think that really resonates. Like you just gotta be a good coach.
Nick Saban is different when they getting money, bro. We all know that. You can't approach an 18-year-old. Hold on.
Andy Reid and Marvin Lewis like the same age. If Andy Reid might be older.
But maybe he's just more chill. Like, listen, what I'm saying is this. When you went to who you just said before that? You said Urban Meyer. Who you said before that? You just said Nick Saban.
Yeah.
You're dealing with kids who don't have any money. And then you're NFL. A lot of them college coaches, as we have seen, have a problem translating from college to the NFL because you're dealing with kids who don't got nothing.
Nick Saban had a problem with translating from college to the NFL. To your point, Nick.
Well, I think most of those.
What was main man who coached at Alabama and went to the Falcons and left a note in everybody's locker and left in the middle of the season?
Petrino.
Come on, bro.
He back at it. He got another job.
Nick Saban failed with the Dolphins.
Hold up.
And ran back to the college.
The young boy that was at UFC for a little minute, that was the offensive coordinator who keep fucking
Lane
up.
Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, come on, man.
But see, that's the thing. I think a lot of those narratives, in my opinion, are recycled. Those failures in regards to translating to from college to pro is usually philosophies. Like there's certain things that you can't do when you don't have 11 players that are better than the other 11 players. That's usually what happens in college because you're at a powerhouse 5. You've got 6 4-star kids, 5 5-star kids competing against Ohio U and U Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. That's not. And you're able to, without having to operate under a salary cap, handpick your players. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't got to worry about if we're gonna be able to fit a quarterback under the salary cap this year. Like those narratives in regards to not being able to translate to younger kids, I can't really buy into that just because. And I've by far never been a coach on any level other than recreational. But I understand that one thing, when you go up each level, the game is pretty much the same. The fundamentals of the game are the same. The talent changes. And that's where your job as a coach in regards to relating is translating that talent and how can you maximize that. Like that part of the game.
And I'm feeding into you, and I'm believing in your concept. Like Frank Vogel. Listen, they talked about Frank Vogel like Frank Vogel ain't have a chance in hell. They said you got Jason Kidd sitting behind you.
Team.
You don't?
LeBron coached the team. LeBron is the coach.
No. That defensive strategy. No, I'm just saying it ain't even no Lakers shit. Like real shit. Jason Kidd and Holland sitting behind them. They said there's no way he can win. But they said he won that team over. You got to win your team over, and your team got to believe in your concepts and what you coach.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Let's talk about something that we talk about vaguely, but it needs to be readdressed in 2020. LeBron James hairpiece. Like my G, listen, you got the recipe. You got the beard, which is a cheat code. You can grow a full beard. So it's no problem to get it real short or even go to the baldy. I see this nigga with an interview. This nigga shit, like he got hair right here that's like baby hairs. And he got like a little shit that's like, I don't know what the fuck going on up there.
It's a wig.
Come on, Brian.
Cut it off, Brian. Just cut it off.
Take it off. Go get a baldy, B. You got the fucking beard already.
Y'all chopping Brown up, but like Caruso ain't on the team, bro.
No, I think
LeBron. We're not responsible for that.
LeBron be messing up because he try to go with the
this nigga doing Space Jams too.
With the high top, low top shit.
Oh, hold up.
If he just kept it one with the 1.5 on top, he going with the high top, low top.
He got 4 haircuts. He got waves. He got baby hairs in the front.
Attempt.
He He got an open field in the
Yo.
back.
Caesar on the side. Like, shit's out of control.
What do you say?
Yo,
What do you
that
say
barber
on,
bill gotta be crazy. That barber bill gotta be crazy.
on backstage. He's like, "Yo, Clue, you the only nigga I know got a fade, a Caesar, and on the jet." Remember that shit?
He
Yo,
said he
man.
rep all the barrels. He
Yeah.
rep all.
Brooklyn Hall and all that shit. Yo, but look, while we on LeBron, did y'all see the video of Bronny was at a game or whatever, and the dude threw trash at him, like hit him with a piece of trash from somebody sitting behind him
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
in the dog. It was on Twitter.
No.
LeBron reposted it on his joint. Somebody threw it was one of the games that he was playing or whatever. Somebody threw trash. It hit Bronny. Bronny and the ref. I mean, the ref got the dude kicked out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So this goes back to something we addressed a while ago. It's something about, and I've seen this on my own personal experience, my own 2 hours, and I try to be as open-minded as possible. I don't understand the nerve of white folks at sporting events, bro. Like, I don't get it.
It
Like,
ain't just white folks though. I don't think we can sit back here and just say that
I don't
shit though, bro.
I don't see too many of us pop off like on a personal tip to the people, like to the dudes that's playing. Like they might say bull, cuss, I don't see nobody like, yo, fuck your mother. I don't see that.
Get those fighting words. Because we understand that shit. Yeah, we understand that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How many times you go to a game, you see a brother like, man, I slap shit out of Joel Embiid, like slap shit out you right in your face. You like, ain't nobody gonna say that. But white dudes are like, suck my dick, Joel, suck my dick.
White boys play by another level. It's shit they joke about that's not even
joking.
Yo, but
we don't. In certain shit, we just don't. In certain lines, we don't cross. We just understand that shit, no matter what the situation is. Obama, I believe Barack Obama still, as a black, he still got shit that he gonna be like, oh, dog, we not gonna do that. Regardless of him.
Charlamagne giving DJ Embiid his ass was a whole
I don't think he all the way.
Yo.
Wait, what happened?
You ain't see the ass shit? He gave him a whole
He gave him a mold of his ass.
Like sent to his house?
No, on the show.
Oh.
Hey man, can we address this 2 Chainz shit? Is that new?
2 Chainz shit. I don't even know nothing about that, bro.
Is that new?
Oh, from the
2 Chainz what?
From The View. Is that new?
I don't know. I just saw it, bro. I just saw it.
2 Chainz what, bro?
So 2 Chainz on The View.
That's crazy.
And right. And he's sitting there talking about his evolution and his growth, and his white man just keep talking about, well, what about the music? You did this with Nicki Minaj. Is she hard to work with? And this and that. Like 2 Chainz sitting
in
there.
the crowd?
Nah,
he was on the panel. So now I got to look it up. Now I got to look it up.
He producing.
I don't know if it's new or what, but I just seen it for the first time today.
That was crazy.
What happened, Akul?
It was like he was asking him like outdated questions, pretty much about.
Hold on, The View is ladies, ain't it? Am I tripping?
Oh no,
it was a dude on it.
Oh, this is old. Yeah,
there's a dude on there though.
I never saw it before. It's from May 2017.
Oh, they
I
just
never saw it before.
Memed it up.
Something like that. I never even knew he was on there, so I don't know if it was an episode they didn't air or what.
John Casey.
Wait, no, that's it.
But so
okay. John, okay.
Do LeBron so if you LeBron, right? Do you consider like lessening your you can't even not go to the games no more because they're still your son, but people still gonna be on Shorty regardless.
I mean, listen, that's what comes with the territory to a certain extent, and that's what we talking about before.
Throwing trash.
I feel it. And it's not cool. But at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, that's the real. Come on, we seen the shit in the palace. Like better be prepared for it now and know how to deal with it now than later on when it's going to affect your pocket.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I said something deep. Okay.
That's looking funny.
Yeah, man.
The dog would be a clown. Whoever that was, a clown for throwing it.
Yeah, they throw him out the game, but it's just like
how I feel. Listen,
that's how
I
kid,
feel about
though.
How I feel about money. Like dudes who lose like $35,000, I think about like, yo, I can, if I had $35 to give, like I can get that to my daughter. Like that's just how I hate it. I lost my right AirPod, right? and I had to pay $73. Well, it's a long story, bro. It's gonna be that AirPod. It's not even hitting no there. But I bought a new AirPod and I gotta return it, right? But the fact I'm bothered when I gotta spend money on something that I can use for something else. So I can just imagine. So when I talk about
I'd be
$73,
mad as a bitch if my vacuum cleaner broke right now. But I go spend $700 on a pair of shoes I ain't gonna never put on my feet.
right? Exactly. See, so if I'm bothered by,
He been that way
if
since
I'm-
he was 5.
listen, I already know. So if I feel that way about $73, $35,000 to me, I don't give a fuck how much bread I got. I could get that $35,000 to T to go grocery. I just feel like you could do something else, no matter how much bread I got.
Oh, you talking about?
You
You talking about like when they get those fines, like when they
Right,
get
when they
fined
just
at
do
least? Yeah.
like the Isaiah Thomas thing, or you get what I'm saying. And don't get me wrong, I probably got the off of instinct. My temper might be the worst of us four because y'all seem like pretty cool guys. I'm older, so I'm probably even better, but I still got the it's the principle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
saying?
Like that's a prime example. Like as a man, I mean, like I get it, because usually the retort to all of that from them for the people who commit those kind of stupid acts is, I pay for my seat, I should be able to say what I want. No, that's not how that works. You know what I'm saying? You can't go to the opera and be like, this is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't feeling it, they gonna kick you out.
bitch.
You almost had one of the moments like, yo, good thing I'm trained in this podcast shit, like
Duh.
to know that anything
yeah.
can come out this motherfucker. Are you over there crocheting, bro? What's going on?
My headphones, my G.
Oh my bad, my bad.
My headphones, my G.
You can't I don't understand that shit when they say, oh, I paid for my ticket, I should be able to say what I want.
No,
You
who was
should
the
be able
boy
to get
got
this.
kicked out? That was Westbrook. Dude.
Well, yeah,
No,
that man,
who was the
Isaiah recently.
Isaiah.
He went
the
in the
Oracle
stands.
Arena dude from last year? Who was that?
Oh, the co-owner that he probably at the new. They kicked him
Who
out
was
the
that?
Oracle, but I bet you they didn't kick him out the new joint.
Who
no,
got
they
in
just
trouble
kicked
for
him out for
that?
the season.
He got in
He's
trouble.
a small time opponent, but he had a history of some shit, didn't he?
I
Yeah,
might
that
know
wasn't
the
the
owner, but
first
who
time.
was the person? I forgot. Who was
He
the
pushed
person?
Westbrook.
Westbrook. Okay.
Was it Westbrook?
Yeah, I think it was Russell Westbrook.
No, I thought Westbrook was in Utah.
He pushed. That was Utah.
Westbrook was in Utah.
Okay.
It was
Who did he push?
Who was the Golden State? Yeah.
It was it?
It was a Laker, wasn't it?
Nah,
No.
it was in the playoffs. Maybe it was somebody from Houston.
Was it Harden?
He fell to the
Austin Rivers. I think it was Austin Rivers.
No, it wasn't Austin Rivers.
No.
Whoever it was like, yo, if I'd have reacted to it, then
Yeah, it'd have been some smoke.
it wasn't Beverly.
No.
Or Gerald Green. Might have been Gerald Green. It was
Nah.
It was
somebody
somebody with a
bench.
temper. It was somebody
Right.
with a temper.
I think it was Gerald Green or somebody.
No, I want Gerald Green.
Yeah,
I can't
man.
think of who it was.
Either
Maybe
way,
five.
Wasn't
Madison
was it-
Palace.
It was Lowry. It was fucking
Kyle
Kyle
Lowry.
Lowry.
The finals. Yeah.
Right.
Philly,
Look at
Philly
you.
ball.
Yeah.
Ooh, you be on top of your shit. You on top of your
Yeah.
shit.
I'm partying tonight. I'm partying tonight.
That's
No
Neve,
doubt.
man. Philly ball.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be my man? I don't know that nigga.
He from
I
Philly.
don't give me shit. I
He
just
from,
Philly.
he from North Philly too.
North Philly.
He from
North
Nice
Philly
Town.
That nigga from North.
From,
That nigga from St. Paul. Hey yo, shut
he
the
one
fuck
block
up.
over from St. Paul.
Oh, he on Bristol. He on Bristol Street.
He on
Yeah,
the
you
joint
said
of the cut. You know the way where you make the left and you come
No,
right.
I don't know that block. No. Then you get on my nerves.
And
Yo.
then with Trez live at the top.
No, Tristan at the top, 1701. Tristan Mountain at 1701.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right
Shout
there on
out to
17th
Trez.
Street. No doubt. All right, y'all. I got one more drink. Nah, we ain't gonna do it. We can wait.
What you
Real
got?
got a pack.
Yo, they
the football-
stop blowing up my spot. Golly.
I said you got a pack.
What's that begin?
You said what? What y'all say?
No, go ahead what you saying.
Man, the mystery.
Yeah, right. My bad.
Yeah.
Nigga, I didn't say where you was going.
Yo said Rel got a pack. Like that ain't
I always got a pack. The real got luggage by the door. Like,
this dude.
he got
funny.
luggage by the door. Let's talk about these young players retiring. A lot of these guys are up on this CTE thing and all that. Luke. I don't want to mispronounce his name. Yeah, he a beast. I didn't even know he was that hurt because he always running down some shit, doing some shit. Luke Kuechly retired. It's been a lot of players. That's like a trending thing now, where a lot of these players now are retiring over their health, man. That's major. What y'all think of that?
He saw the documentary and said, "Fuck this," right? I don't want to start killing people. That's what Luke said.
Yo, Luke was a beast too.
He still is.
Yeah.
But 28 years old, you got enough money that you're gonna sustain your life and not have to worry about it. Then you go ahead and go, yeah.
So I got two things on that jump. First of all,
crazy amount of concussions.
Yeah, he had like 8 in the last 3 years.
Oh, did he?
I think he heard what Marshawn said, and take care of your chickens, take care of your mentals. Was looking around like, my chicken's good, my mentals might not be.
And he don't fuck no money. He don't like he fuck no money up neither. Like Luke, like he just bro jail.
He ain't buying no chance.
But
right.
So I forgot where I read this at, but if somebody was like, well, I think Drew said this the other day, and he said that football gonna be gone in a couple years. I was like, nah, because that means the social part, like the socioeconomic of pro football would have to change, right? Or in America would have to change.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Kuechly, most of these dudes that end up retiring, if you look around, they white, retiring early, rather. I think Patrick Willis was the only one I could think of that like retired recently that was in the prime of his career, but he had injuries. He wasn't able to stay healthy. Marshawn, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, Andrew Luck, Luke Kuechly, the dude Chris Boyle, and a couple other dudes. These dudes ain't gonna retire. They gonna keep playing. This is, you this close to, like Tyson Chandler said this the other day, and it was profound. He said, yo, I played in the NBA 17 years, and I was able to change the legacy of his entire family. One dude, you know what I'm saying? Like on a once in a million opportunity. So you got other guys in the NFL, they're gonna take that chance with their body if they're able to get an opportunity to take care of themselves, for one. And you this close, you one injury away from
not being right.
Yeah, changing the whole joint for your whole, like, a $40 million contract or 2 broken knees and a concussion. Who's not going to take that chance?
Right, for $40 million, my family worth that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and you know that your mom ain't graduating from college, your dad didn't graduate from college, your great grandfather, they didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And like when
you talking about saving generations, right?
Yeah, like when Tyson Chandler said that, I was like, damn. You think about it, it's like, yo, he made $30-some million over his career. That can change a generation for
and never was an all-star, nothing.
Defensive player of the year. He won defensive player of the year.
Okay. Oh yeah, he helped Dallas win that championship. I ain't gonna hold you. That championship. Anybody else got something?
Nah, yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
All right, making sure you're hello there.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 77. Once again, I want to shout out the group chat live. Thanks for coming through for episode 76. Look forward to us doing some other situations as far as that, though. So don't think that was the first time. That was the last time. But this is episode 77. My brothers, damn, it felt like it's been a long time since we did this. Maybe I'm tripping, but I felt like that.
Week.
No, but
7 days.
It's been 2 weeks since we did this as us. Because last week was just something different.
Madness.
Mm-hmm. Right. But
they funny as
I love
shit.
y'all. Oh yeah, we're gonna listen. I don't think this is definitely the last time. We ain't daily contact, so I don't think that's the last time us doing that. So
right.
We got that merch up. We on Spotify. We everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
This title deal for 2020.
Oh, I'm trying to get this chicken, big. For real. Gilly and them got that bread. We better than them niggas.
Yeah.
Call it a Philly diss. We better than them niggas. And we met Gilly. He cool too, but y'all niggas, best podcast out here. Rumble me. And I got Jordan in the gym every day. I ain't even fighting niggas no more. I'm calling my cousin Jordan up. Hold up, give me 2 hours and 1 minute. He'll be up here. What you gonna do, brother? Tell him, Jordan, what you gonna do, brother? When the 24-inch pythons. All right, man. This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 77. Damn, man. You getting old in this game.
Actual
Cool.
factual.
What's up, Cool? You good, Cool?
Yeah.
That's the coolest nigga alive right there, boy. They don't make niggas like that no more.
Never above 72 degrees, man. That's
Hey, yo. What Shorty say? Hey, yo. What Shorty say? Oh, my God. His teeth are so white.
never above
Oh, my
72
God.
degrees,
Are those
man.
really his? I was like, damn, I got a brush or something. What the fuck is going on? I'm used to being the whitest teeth in the room. Like, you fucking much.
That's that vegan. That's that vegan
No.
life, yo. Pescatarian.
I got to cut the meat out because, shit, I'm used to being the whitest teeth in the room.
Yeah.
What is going on?
That's
All right,
funny.
y'all, man. I love y'all, man.
Every time I kick it, man, yo, my body changed. As soon as I stop eating meat, my body changed instantly.
Every time I go on keto, dog, I be feeling better, man. Look, I just dropped 6 pounds in 2 weeks.
That's what's up, man.
Something like
That's
I'm
what's
sitting
up.
at 256. I was sitting at 261. I'm about to bring it down though. Nigga, listen, if I get to 230, it's gonna be hard for me to keep a shirt on. I'm swear to God.
Yo,
Please do.
a wonder joint for me is ground turmeric, yo. Put it in my tea.
What is it?
Ground turmeric.
Is that
It's
the
an
clear shit?
anti-inflammatory. No, it's yellow.
Yeah.
Turmeric, chef. God damn it.
All right. What is it called?
Turmeric.
Text it to me. Text it to me, bro.
All right.
All right, man. Look. Hey, listen. Stop recording shit, man. We fucking done.
All right. Peace.